Good night, ladies and gentlemen. What I wanted to speak to tonight is about a live automatic transfer, just as the poster says. Tonight, I'll be giving you a brief demonstration of our current version 4.4. The two things I'll be discussing tonight is stack consolidation and direct minting. So allowing persons to understand how that works and break it down step by step by step. So without further ado, my name is Carl Scottenberry, and we are pleased to present this innovative technology currently at 4.0. So the first thing we're going to do is show you a bit of the legwork that we put together. So I'll be showing you some companies here in Barbados and the organizations that they've partnered with and how our stack consolidation works in relation to that. Okay, so you can see from this screen here is list a number of, let's say, financial institutions in Barbados. So I'm not going to actually drill down, but it's just showing you the level of research that we've done and to allow you to see how version 4.0 works with these companies. Now, disclaimer, Bridge First Technology does not have any official connection to the financial institutions or their clients. What I did was I actually looked through the companies and on their website and on their apps and made note of the potential companies that receive digital payments. Okay. So the company looked at was First Caribbean, SurePay, Public Works Credit Union. There are many others, but let's look at those for now. All right, so on the left-hand side here, you see First Caribbean, and let's possibly on their lodgement app, you have 110 possible companies that the stack consolidation will work with. Then under SurePay has approximately, these are not exact numbers, approximately over 127 plus companies so far. Now, what I did for Public Workers Credit Union is that it's kind of difficult to break out what how many companies they have. The reason for it is the way how their those system works. What you do, you type in a few letters and it gives you a breakdown of all those companies that those few letters contain. So what they start off with AAB. AAB gives you Public has AB in it. Is see all these companies here on track, Barbados Agency of Micro Enterprise Development Limited. All these companies have the letter A and C in it. So what I found is that their search mechanism searches for companies that have the letter string, the string content. It gives you those companies. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is that it is good to know that the technology that we have allows you to amalgamate bills into one large amount. You pay one monthly amount and it pays those values down. But it's very good to understand how we here at Bridge for Technologies around the globe and approach these companies to receive payments on your behalf. So you pay us one monthly payment, and going through how it works is that we use it in multiple ways of sending those funds to those organizations on your behalf. Now, let's dig into a little bit of what we're speaking about tonight. So I'm going to stop sharing Excel for a second. What I'm going to do is bring up the poster. Let's give person a fair idea of how that works. Okay, let me just do that quickly. And what I want to do tonight is briefly speak about how it works and then open the floor for persons to ask questions, tangibility, so how we can retrofit version 4 to fit your needs. The default setting is you submit a bill, mortgage, rent, payment, whatever have you, you submit that and we submit it to the system, and then the system generates the funds that you need for that. That's the existing setting. and we're going to discuss how do we go about tweaking that to suit the person individual needs. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is let's come here and do this and go through the poster. And let's bring up. Give me a quick second. Okay, so we're gonna bring up the poster very shortly, and we're gonna speak on it very briefly about it. Now, as you can see here, you have the poster up, and this poster is speaking about stack consolidation, structure your debt via monthly deposits powered by atomic transfer. So you're gonna see this actually tonight. I have a screen set up with two accounts, and you can see how we actually send funds to persons via the atomic transfer process. Okay, so combine all of your loans, your mortgage payments, your bills, and more with monthly contributions of one of our 14 stacks available across Barbados. So I've come up with a very cool acronym for STAT. A STAT is seamless transactions, yeah, across the Caribbean using kinetic energy. Now, I explained to a person today, and I love the definition I used, is that we pay bills one or two ways right now in Barbados. If you leave home, get in a car, get your bus, get a taxi, or you walk, and you go to an establishment and you pay that bill. That's what happens right now physically. You physically move. The other option is an electronic methodology. There are platforms, apps, elements out there that you can move your money without moving you. What I've developed is a system that simulates that using binary options. What I've done, I've put together a team of 20 skilled traders. And what we've done, we've developed this technology called Stacks. And the great thing about it is that we've added some innovative tools to it. Now, there are companies in Barbados, such as, let's say, Consolidated Finance, Quartz, and the list goes on. What these companies have done is allow you to bring your bills to them, and they give you one amount that you pay. Now, different companies handle it differently. Some companies give you one consolidated loan. The financial institutions, we know at banks do that as well. There's some other companies that allow you to pay all. They're responsible for paying the loans for you, but they handle it on a structured part, and you pay back this single entity. It gives you peace of mind. We're not doing that. We're doing something very innovative. When someone is in St. Lucie staff, and you're a member of that staff, so you do not have to live in St. Lucie. You don't have to contribute to it. That person pays their bill, your bill gets paid as well. So imagine that someone is paying rent in St. Lucie. You both of you contribute to the same stack, your rent gets paid as well too. It's so awesome how that works. Okay, so before I go into the live demonstration, what I wanted to do is just briefly open the floor for questions, ideas, how we can tweak this going forward. The current format is this: person contribute to the stack, that is recorded. When trading happens, every person that's connected to that stack receives the exact amount. We're going to see that happen in a second. So that is the format that we have right now. So for example, if someone pays for, let's say, $1,000 bill, or whatever that is, every person that contributes to that stack receives $1,000 in trades. So that's how we have it format here right now. So what I wanted to do is open the floor for a few minutes before we go into the live demonstration, how this all works. And if person can, let's say, come up with a little ideas, how can we retrofit this to suit your needs? Okay, so the floor is open at this point in time. Please, you can actually unmute your mic or even send those messages in the chat as well. So while persons get their questions together, I'm going to set up my screen here for the live demonstration. So there's no such thing as a silly question. So you can go right ahead and feel free to, if you need more clarity on what I suggested just now, go right ahead. Okay, so that means that what we've set in place seems to be fine with everyone. So what I'm going to do is I'll make note that the current format we have right now is persons submit their bills. It could be a rent, it could be a mortgage, whatever it is, we submit it to us. What we do, we amalgamate that into one singular stat. Persons themselves make their monthly deposits to that specific stat, and then those persons who contribute to it benefit. So what we're going to get into now is a light demonstration on how that works. Okay, so what I'm going to do is give you a little brief run through of what you're going to see on the screen in a second. All right, so let's stop that and open a new share. I'm going to share my entire screen right here for you. So it's best I explain what you're looking at first, right? So, all right. So what you're looking at is a screen using binary options. So there are two accounts here. Now, I'm trying my best not to get too techy. So, because this may be your first time seeing a binary option screen for trading, but I'm going to try to explain it to you in a very seamless, simple way. Okay. Now, my team, we are very good at something called 5-second trading. Yeah. I want to get into how that works. So we've developed this technique or multiple techniques. So we've decided to share this experience with you, lovely persons in Barbados. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you how the live copy trading methodology works and how we're going to retrofit that for our process called atomic transfer. Now, the account on the left, let's call that the master account. That is what account is going to use to broadcast trades for persons to copy. The account on the right-hand side is your account. Okay, so let's say, for argument's sake, the account here on the left, which has $53.60, your account on the right-hand side has the exact matching amount. Okay, so in order for that account to mirror, copy, mimic, replicate, whatever you want to call it, there's certain things to do. Now, we didn't write this code. We just use this system built into the built-in pocket option. That is the name of the platform. So all I have to do is come here and copy the ID. Come here, find the ID, and copy that. Right? Copy that. And once you do that, I just come to the other account, and that account, this process called social trading. So click on social trading. If you see my eyes glance to the right, that's because I'm looking at another screen. And you just click this bottom box here and choose search. And you paste that ID into that box there. And what Pocket Action will do, it will confirm that that person can be copied, and it shows you their level of profitability of chain trades. So you see it here, user. This is a generic one we're using for tonight. and it's showing you that that account has a 71% profitable percentage of trades. So you click that person. Now you have an option. Let me turn all this off to show you how it actually works. So the first thing you're gonna do is click on watch. Okay. The reason for this is that Bridge First Technologies is introducing asset transfer. This is experiential teaching. Okay. The cohort team trades, as we call ourselves, and you copy yourself, you copy your account to ours. During that process, you get to learn by our trading, you get to understand how do we trade. It's called experiential trading, teaching. Now, in that, all the funds that you receive via that methodology or yours, you're being taught to trade by our expertise. Now, imagine that the funds that your account receive, you get to keep. What we're trying to do is to show Barbadians how do you pay your bills on a corporate methodology, not just trade for $100 and pay your bills with $100. We are even going a step further, is that we're going to put those funds in a stack that when every person puts funds in, everyone benefits. So, for example, if your late bill is $100 and someone is a company and they're party saying that and their late bill, let's say, is $1,000. Imagine that your late bill gets paid, but more often than not, you're end up with this excess amount. So there are many ways you can get this done. So allowing you to realize how do we go about doing this. Now, where do we go from here? So the next thing you have to do is let's see here. Right. Now you go to copy. And when you hit on copy, you're presented with some options. Now you can percentage wise, the presentation will continue on and will show you the level of percentage of copying and proportion you'll actually get access to. But for tonight, the demonstration, I'll leave it at 100%. Now the minimum copy amount is $1. Now right now I have 53,000, so I'll put in 50 US here. That means that in the event, this is trading, there's some level of risk to it. So in the event that my balance goes below 50, I say sever my connection from the start. I don't want to copy the stack anymore. Now, if the trades are growing and growing and growing, you don't want to stop that. But if the trades go in the opposite direction, you want to make sure that your balance is not affected that much. So persons could come in here and adjust your connectivity to the stack at any given time, right? And then the maximum common traded amount, you can also limit that as well too. I leave it as unlimited, but that means that you can gauge your level of risk exposure. All that we cover in classes. Now, once everything is set up to your liking, you hit confirm, and that means every single trade that happens in the left-hand side happens in the right. Now, this is trading. It is not a miracle formula. So that when in the event that there's a trade on the left that loses, it doesn't turn up as a win on your side. Is a mimicking. We're not going to go into the element where you're directly connected to that. That is one of the options you're paying for. What we're advertising now is that you are going to be able to follow other cohort members. These are highly skilled individuals that I've been spending the last 2.5 years with, and we've been toning our skill set. And we've gotten pretty good at it. I believe that if God gives you a gift and you're good at it, be humble with it, but still be honest that you're good at it. And my team is very good at what we do. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of trades here. Now, the purpose of this is for you to understand behind the scenes how this all works. That's the whole purpose of tonight. So we are promoting live automatic transfer, but we are highlighting stack consolidation. You pay one monthly amount, and it pays all your bills, your mortgage, your rent. Not only yours, other persons as well, who are connected to that same stack consolidation element. That's what we're proposing. And I'm showing you here how do we get that done. Okay. So I want to put in some random trades here. I'm not trying to win anything, but it's not sarcastic. I'm just going to put some random trades in here. And let's see what the result is. Now, we close this here. And right. So I'm going to leave this at 5 seconds and $1.05. I'm going to do that on purpose to show you that on the left-hand side, we're using the same derivative, same EUD and ZD, but I'm going to make some changes on the left-hand side. Now, this is 79%. So I'm going to change this to, let's say, AUD, one of my favorites. Yeah, AUD. Right. So both the screens are set up to see same resulting trade, but on one side is $1.05, and this one is $1.10. So we're going to see the resulting trade on the right hand side go in for $1.10, but it will also go in for a minute. So the time window is different and the amount you're trading with is different. The reason for that is the live copying feature. The settings you put here only relate to when you pick up the account and you start trading with it. We are teaching you, but we're allowing you to understand how the process works, but connecting to you to either staff or connecting yourself to one of our accounts that the cohort team trades with. The members themselves, they have their own connection fees, and we will discuss that as the weeks continue. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put in a random cell, no specific purpose. I'm going to put a random cell for 1 minute. Okay. Once I put that in, you can see it instantly. It turns up on the right hand side. No, this is not magic. This is code. This is built into the website, built into it. Now, remember over here, I'll change this to say 15 seconds, but on my end, I'll keep it at $1.10. I'm going to change this to 5 seconds, right? So now this is a little bit of a technique that we have. Now, I'm just going to show you that the purpose of this is that once you connect it to the stack, there isn't any configuration that you are performing on your end that's going to sever, connect, modify, or adjust that connection setting. The account connected to yourself, you're already sending and receiving trades. So when I come here and put a 5-second buy, instantly a 5-second buy turns up on the right hand side. If I put a 5-second sell, happens, it goes. If I put a 5-second sell, it immediately turns up on the other side. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is that you're going to see elements where you lose trades and you win trades. You know, that versatility of algorithm, you only get that when you're directly connected to the stack, whereas the stack, they're floating across Barbados. And when you're connected to it, we have something called balancing. It's pretty cool. Regardless of the outcome, your end result is positive. So if you have two accounts, one account at $1, the other one is $2, and the account with $1 loses, get a loss of trade, you connect to that too. But you're also connected to the other stack that is trading in the opposite direction with $2. The net result is a positive, which is a win. Okay. So that's showing you a little bit technical stuff, but it works. Okay. Let's do one more. And this time I'll change this to 1 minute. I'll put in a minute buy and then switch this to 5 seconds. Yeah. Now, as you spend more time with the cohort team, you will start to really get the point. You start to do inflection trades. This is an example of an inflection trade. When you put trade in, not that you're trading in the direction, that's not the point. Is that from the moment you put the trade in, the trade moves up or down. But you want that activity. That way you can actually gauge your subsequent trades. Now, what I want to do is that right now it's buying, so I don't need to put any trades in. Now, this can happen exponentially. I can do multiple trades like this. I can change this amount. I can change this to $2.02. And that will also extend on the right account. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're seeing right before your very eyes the mechanism that is behind this whole process of stack consolidation. So let me just go through it one more time. You make a monthly deposit, one monthly deposit. And what that allows you to do is that every other person across Barbados who contributes to that stack, when they receive for funds for, let's say, paying their phone bill, your phone bill gets paid too. Because you are connected to the same stuff. So your account is receiving the same trades. All we ask you to do is to create an email, create your own pocket option account. We will assist you in funding it, and then your account receives trades. Not only that, we'll take you through the full 4 columns of the entire process. The first process is funding. Next process is trading. Next process is withdrawal, taking these funds off and placing it into your own self-custody wallet. And last but not least, distribution. You have two options. Either you send those funds to your bank or leave it in your crypto wallet. Or there's a company here in Barbados called Bitcoin.bb, and that allows you to send your funds to them as crypto, and they charge you a 4% transaction fee. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. So what I want to do is bring it home a little bit. Yeah. Recently, we've allowed persons to access the stack consolidation, but it's also another element that is going along with that. And that allows persons to deposit 25 US in a given time in the month, and then you receive 10 times that. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have 10 stacks. We have 10 stacks operable right now. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to briefly run through that element. Yeah. And then we'll bring the official presentation to the end, and person can ask any other questions they may have. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop this screen here. I'm going to stop the screen here. I'm going to bring up that portion of the PowerPoint, and I'll share briefly on that. Let me do that now. Very brief. I'm going to just let's flow through this part of the presentation very quickly. Very quickly. Yeah. So here we go. And I'm going to share screen here. There we go. All right. So you just heard me speak about stack consolidation. You just heard me speak about that. Now you see on the screen, there's a poster for making a deposit of 25 US per month. And resulting in that, you'll receive 250 US. Now, let me show you how simple this works. Now, you just saw just now two screens left and right. We have 10 pocket option accounts just trading every day. These accounts are just there waiting to receive trades. They're just there waiting. What we do, we connect those 10 pocket option accounts, each of them to one stack. And what we do for you, we take your 25 US, we connect your account. So when that 25 US goes into the stack, they're literally 10 pocket option accounts. They're waiting to receive trades, one value times 10. So it then takes that 25 US and converts it into 250 US. Now, in reality, this is what happens. The cohort team themselves, we meet at certain times during the week. When they trade from one point to the next, you're going to see those trades go into your pocket option fund. So you would know the 250 US isn't going to literally be beamed to your account like PayPal. It's not going to be sent to your account via first pay. It's not going to get to your account like Western Union, like Snap, like that. No, it happens gradually over time, and that's how you know they're real people behind the scenes doing the actual trade on your behalf. So the cohort team are so lovely people. They decided to share 250 US of trades with you every month. How awesome is that? And that fee is only $25 a month. So what I want to do now is just share briefly about the project and how that works. Okay, so we are using version 3.0 stats. Now you saw how powerful version 4.0 is. So this one, you get access version 3. Now, like I said, I'm going to breeze through the project, this PowerPoint very quickly. The project is entitled the Capital Builders Project. This project seeks to provide rails of communication to be able to transfer 10,000 US a day. We're not there as yet, but we're getting there. Over existing technology methods like crypto wallets, bank accounts, and other digital wallets. This is referred to as a liquidity quotient, or LQ. Now, here's a brief list of those benefits: smaller transaction fees, simple KYC methodology, and high levels of security. The reason for that is that right now we store funds in quote unquote wallets and banks, but they're stored. There's a ledger, whatever you want to call it, that records that Carl has X on X bank. Now, with this methodology, there isn't any requirement to do that. We actually beam the funds to a stack. We use 3 parameters: physical proximity, direction, and speed. And those are not tangible elements. Those are ascertained by an algorithm. Now, we're not there yet. So let me discuss to you our starting point. We're starting right now. Starting off, we are introducing someone depositing just 25 US and they receive 250 US in 30 days. Now, we are trying our best to not be tied down to specific 30 days. It's possible you can get more. It's also possible you can get less. So we are trying to let persons know that the market we're working in is volatile, and that affects the process of what we're doing here. We're going to see that later in the presentation, and that is a relativity rate of 0.0083 because the rate is 10,000 US today, which we're not there yet. So we want to let you know where we're starting. We're starting at 25 US, and you can get 250 US at the end of the month by one deposit of 25 US every month. So once you make that $50 billion deposit every month, this system sends you $500, which is pretty cool. All right. So to convince persons how this works, like I said, you just saw it just now. We simulate this process using binary options software. And the system itself does not need binary option software to actually work. We just decided to use that because it's the most tangible way for you to experience you being taught this. So instead of us talking it over and over again in absentia, we allow you to open your own power option account, have it funded, and you see it for yourself. You're being taught by experience how this works. And then month after month after month, your bills are being paid, but not from your salary, not from your savings, but from trading. It allows you to your mindset to shift. There's another way I can use my finances and my time. And this process was designed by myself, Carl Scanbury, and it was intended for governments, large corporations, and evolving companies. But what I've decided to do is to retrofit it. So us here in the Caribbean, we Barbadians can use it as well. And it takes advantage of cryptocurrency and platforms like Wise, Binance, PayPal, and others that you saw in the poster. Now, it just goes through and tells you what you need to do. Create an email address, create a pocket option account, fully verify it, fund that account, connect your account to a 3.0 stack. And then once it's finished, you send those funds to your wallet, and then you have two choices. Either send these funds to your bank via Ethernet or to Bitcoin BB and let them charge you the 4% fee. This is a very streamlined process. Okay, great. Now, to ensure you receive the funds, you're responsible for this process. Okay, Bridge Forest Technologies is a technology company. We're not responsible for investing your funds, but what we're going to do, we are going to trade, connect your pocket option accounts to us. Your account receives those trades, and then you are responsible for logging into that account, sending it to your wallet. You can then send those funds to a platform that converts it. You can store it in your bank. There's a company called Ethernet that does it for you. And there's also a company here in Barbados, which is called Bitcoin. They accept Tether crypto, and they charge you 4%, and they give you the difference in cash. How awesome is that? So what we're requiring person to do is to attend Zooms just like this, so you could be 100% connected over the rapid development. Like right now, I presented this version 3 a couple of days ago. We're already at version 4. That shows you how fast this environment works. So we're just encouraging person to stay connected. Now, I'm gonna briefly run through these numbers because I don't wanna complicate the night with so much information, but I just wanna briefly run through these. All right, so 4 steps: fund the account, trade with it, withdraw the funds, and distribute for yourself, and it rotates it. It's a very nice flow of information, and person can benefit. Now, I'll jump through this. It just shows you the possible tiers of deposit, 22 US, 50 US, and so forth. This also shows you how you're classified in the system. Remember when we went to the pocket options, and there was a little field that allows you to match our trades. I actually injected 100% there, but based on your deposit allows the system knows how to categorize you. So when you make 25 US deposit, it knows that it classifies you as seeker. That means you match 10% of that account. It doesn't affect the traders. All that happens is just affects your connectivity to our trades. You deposit 250 US, that means you share 20% of what we do. You deposit 2.5K, you get 30% of my team's trades. And in the event that you deposit $25,000, you actually are a stakeholder and you get 50% of all of our trades. So imagine that in the event that my team will get to 10,000 US a day, they will get there. Okay, there's an absolute certainty based on the growth metric of our team, we will get there. Imagine that you decided, and this $25,000 doesn't doesn't have to happen overnight. It can happen over time. And once you reach that, you are given a stakeholder status, and half, like literally half of whatever my system outputs, my team apologies outputs, you get as well. How awesome is that? Now, it just shows you over time what we project. These are all estimates. Please know that these are all estimates. Over year after year, we believe that we will have some growth. Possibly a person who puts in $250,000 US times 10, that is 2.5 million US. I mean, that's all, and that's 30 days. That is not even a whole year. That's not letting you say, well, I deposit a quarter of a million US and I have to wait 4 years to see 2.5 million. No, you are depositing that to a stack is open all over the world and constantly running. So that is the reason for that rapid growth. Okay. And over year after year, we believe that we will have very slow and gradual but purposeful growth. Okay. Now, how do you connect? You connect to your stacks, you create an email, you create a pocket option account, fund it, withdraw your funds, send it to your bank or send it to your wallet. That is how the entire process works. So I just want to let persons know that this is available now, as well as the stack consolidation. The stack consolidation allows you to bring all your bills, rent, food, gas, whatever have you, and you submit them to the stack, and the stack puts that not only for you, but other persons as well. No, that is great that we are doing that now. But what if you just wanted to make sure that you have an idea, you want to grasp this? What we did, we created this. Someone depositing $25 a month US, which is $50 billion. And that at the end of that month, well, after 30 days, whichever comes first, you receive 10 times that, because we have 10 stacks. Just literally they're waiting for instructions on what to do. Okay. So I want to thank everyone. I don't want to go into that much detail tonight, but I believe that I touched the elements I wanted to touch, and invite persons who are here to spread the word that we are proposing a real-time process, and we would love to get at least 1,000 persons to sign up before now and the end of the month. So when we officially launch November 1st, we have practical proof that we've helped persons pay their bills via atomic transfer. We've assisted persons by depositing 25 US, and they're receiving 10 times that by the end of the month. We want to have some success stories. When we launch on November 1st, we have some persons who volunteered to be a part of the pre-launch phase. So that is more than possible. So I want to thank everyone for coming, and looking forward to hearing you soon. The persons can ask any questions they may have now.